Welcome to our in-depth exploration of Surprise, Arizona. Situated in the northwest corner of the Phoenix metro area, Surprise has transformed from a modest agricultural community into a thriving suburban hub and seemingly overnight. Whether you're considering a move or simply curious about what the city offers, let's dive into the pros and cons of living in Surprise. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome to you, and I'm Julie Allen with Relocate to Scottsdale AZ. Be sure to like and subscribe to stay in the loop to learn all about the real estate market and all of the goings-on in Scottsdale and all of the cities that make up the greater Phoenix area. And if you're thinking of making a move, whether in 9 days or 9 months, we get calls every day from people just like you, so don't hesitate to reach out. Mine and my team's contact info is in the box below, and now let's get into it with the pros and cons of living in Surprise, Arizona. So let's start with the pros. Number one, we have got diverse and affordable housing options. So maybe you're looking for a sweet little starter home, second home on the golf course, a ranch with some acreage, maybe a 55 plus community, or maybe you're just looking for a really big home to suit you and your family's needs, or maybe multiple generations. So you can find something that fits the bill for each of these homes in Surprise. I'm going to share just a couple of neighborhoods that might be worth a visit if you're in town or just like to check out some neighborhoods, depending on what you're looking for in Surprise. This is not a complete list. There are a ton of neighborhoods in Surprise, but these are just a handful that might be worth checking out. We've got Asante, which is a master planned community in the northwest part of Surprise. It offers a range of housing options, including single-family homes and active adult communities like Heritage Asante. Residents can enjoy amenities such as parks, walking trails, and proximity to the White Tank Mountains. These are newer construction homes, maybe around 2018, 2019 into present, and Asante includes a number of very popular builders and floor plans, including homes with next-gen suites, or as you may know it, an in-law suite, a casita, ADU, depending on which part of the country you're in. And then another in-demand feature in the area and in this neighborhood in particular is the RV garage. So whether you're using it truly for an RV, a bonus space, a man cave, a she shed, what have you, very popular. Another great neighborhood in the community is Marley Park. You have Marley Park. It's located pretty centrally in Surprise, and it's known for its tree-lined streets, community parks, and the Heritage Club, which hosts events and gatherings. The neighborhood features a mix of architectural styles and is designed to foster a strong sense of community. Now, if you're familiar with Phoenix, you might see some similarities visually with these homes to other neighborhoods throughout the valley, and you'll notice kind of that it blends some rich traditional design motifs that you might find elsewhere in the country, like in the Northeast or the Midwestern suburbs. Really pretty neighborhood. It reminds me of a couple of other neighborhoods in different parts of the valley, like you've got Mulberry in the East Valley, you've got Norterra by North Phoenix, and then a handful of neighborhoods also in Goodyear and Buckeye. So it's really pretty design-centric neighborhood. But speaking of design-centric neighborhoods, also I can't forget to include Sterling Grove. This is a master planned Toll Brothers community with multiple pools, golf course, clubhouse, standard housing for anybody, and then also 55 plus section. And this is really just a spectacular community if you like to check out luxury homes, if you like to go in and just see really great design. This is a beautiful community. And some other notable neighborhoods. Now, these are kind of established neighborhoods. They're fairly close to one another geographically in Surprise, and they're also kind of similar with design trends, but they've got a couple of differences amongst them. So you've got Rancho Gabriela, which has great affordable housing options, access to schools and parks. You've got Greer Ranch, known for a family-friendly environment, proximity to shopping centers, great location. And then you have Surprise Farms, which has some newer homes and community amenities like playgrounds and sports fields. I'm going to throw in a wild card community here, and that is Coyote Lakes. So this little gem is located a bit closer to the action and freeways. It's an established golf course community with a variety of homes on the smaller side, around 1,200 to 1,800 square feet, give or take, including some with 2 bedrooms, which you don't see those super frequently unless you're looking at 55 plus homes. Not saying that you can't find that in Arizona, but most of the time if it's 2 bedroom it is typically a 55 plus home. This is not a 55 plus community. So I know that's a common misconception when I've shown it in the past before. And Coyote Lakes, for a golf course community, in my opinion, has some of the most reasonable HOA fees that you will find for those kind of amenities. And then we've got new constructions, neighborhoods, and Surprise as well. And with that, I could do not just a video, but really a whole series on all of the builders and new home communities that we have coming up in Surprise. And that can be overwhelming. So if you are in the market for new construction and trying to weigh out some pros and cons of communities, builders, floor plans, and also the value of incentives, which right now at the time of filming this video can easily amount to value in the tens of thousands and potentially more than that when you consider interest rate incentives, you're really spoiled for choice. The median home price in Surprise is about $430,000, which makes it a little bit more affordable than many neighboring cities, and you can still absolutely find a great home under that price. You can find it under $400,000, again at the timing of this video. So enough about neighborhoods. Let's move on to pro number 2 about living in Surprise, and that is abundant outdoor recreational activities. So one of those, the first one that I want to talk about, is the White Tank Mountain Regional Park. So just west of Surprise, you've got hiking, biking, and horseback riding trails. You've got picnic areas and camping sites. You've also got the Waterfall Trail, which is a popular family-friendly hike with scenic views. And actually, in doing some research for this video and checking these out online, I realized that I need to get away from my computer and from real estate one of these days and check that out. It looks so beautiful. It almost doesn't even look like Arizona, and I love surprising myself about the more things that I learn about Arizona. So thank you. Another great outdoor activity recreational area is the Surprise Community Park. You've got a fishing lake, dog park, playgrounds, and sports courts. And it's a hub for community events and outdoor activities. And if you live in one of those master plan communities that I named above, you may have that within your community as well. So you have plenty of options, not just one. And then you have golf courses. You've got several golf courses, including Arizona Traditions Golf Club, Granite Falls Golf Club, and maybe, I want to say like half a dozen others. And then you have tennis and pickleball, which I am not into pickleball, but I am not the norm. I know pickleball is very popular now, and that is at the Surprise Tennis and Racket Complex. You've got world-class facilities for tennis and pickleball enthusiasts, maybe even someone new to it like me. And then the third pro that I want to share with you about living in Surprise are growing economic opportunities. Surprise is coming along to hold its own and establish itself as a desirable neighborhood to live and work in, with up-and-coming companies and additional development. If you build it, they will come, and Surprise really has a solid foothold in residential development. So commercial development, workplaces, entertainment, it has to follow. It is coming along. One of those places, not for fun, well, maybe fun for work, is TSMC. That is the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. Located in nearby Phoenix, TSMC's $65 billion investment in semiconductor manufacturing is expected to create over 6,000 high-tech jobs and thousands more in construction and support services, which will benefit the entire West Valley region, including Surprise. Depending where you are in Surprise, TSMC could be maybe 15 minutes away, quick, easy to get to it right along the 303 highway. And I feel like every time that I read about the TSMC, that dollar amount, that $65 billion, that number just increases, because I could have sworn years ago that I read and that number started with a 2 and not a 6. So this is one of the really exciting projects in Arizona for the West Valley and northern parts of Phoenix Metro, and is also, I'm gonna give a shout out. It's gonna come across a little bit as brown nosing, I don't care. A shout out to the Greater Phoenix Economic Council. They are just another fantastic resource if you're doing some research and due diligence about living and working here, besides my channel, of course. And you can definitely really go deep down the rabbit hole with that one. Just, you can learn about every area, what businesses are coming up, what it's like to live here. It's a really great resource as well. And then some other businesses that we have that are great for the area is the AZ Tech Accelerator. And this is Surprise's business incubator, and it supports startups and entrepreneurs. And this is a very timely time to be making this video, which is during our Phoenix Innovation Week. So if in your research or learning about Greater Phoenix, you maybe already looked at Chandler or Gilbert, which can be referred to as our Silicon Desert, if you will. It is a powerful and impactful option to have something similar to this in the West Valley for residents of the West Valley. And then last but not least, we have got healthcare and retail. And the city's growth has spurred investments in healthcare facilities and retail developments providing employment opportunities and local services. So that's a mouthful to say that healthcare and retail is also a big industry in the West Valley and continuing to grow. Last but not least, for this section, we have got modern infrastructure and future development plans. Surprise is growing really quickly, and it is definitely all hands on deck to ensure that development progresses smoothly and safely, and to preserve and enhance lifestyle and property values for residents of Surprise. And we've got 3 categories that fall into this type of enhancement. So that is transportation, public safety, and city center development. So let's start with transportation. Surprise is investing in road expansions and improvements to accommodate growth and ease traffic congestion. This is important because Surprise is growing up quickly, got a lot going on. Next up, we have public safety. When it comes to public safety, the city has initiated a 10-year public safety master plan to enhance fire and police services, ensuring community as the population grows. And then we've got city center development. So plans are underway to develop a vibrant downtown area, which would be amazing for Surprise, featuring mixed-use spaces, cultural venues, and public amenities aimed at creating a central hub for residents and visitors. Okay, now we've made it to the cons, but I'm going to do something a little bit different and add a little bit of a bright side to go along with each of the cons. So let's get to the first one. Cons of living in Surprise is the extreme summer heat. So temperatures in Surprise can soar above 120 during summer months, which makes outdoor activities and just everyday life a little bit challenging and increase your reliance on air conditioning. And if you've watched any previous videos, if you've ever been to Arizona in the summer or even around it, you already know this very well. It is hot out here. There's just no escaping it. It's like the sun in Super Mario that's trying to kill you. We know. But the bright side to that is that the city's infrastructure is designed to handle the heat with widespread availability of air-conditioned public spaces, indoor rec facilities, and community pools to help residents stay cool. Con number 2 is the distance from Central Phoenix. Surprise is approximately 27 miles northwest of downtown Phoenix, which can result in commute times 35 to 45 minutes depending on traffic. Now, if you're looking at a map, it might not look like it's that far, it might just be a straight shot. But you might be surprised by that it is not a straight shot. You will spend quite a bit of time on the freeways, but be prepared for some traffic, especially getting to a more central location. But that may not be an issue if you're working remotely or within the West Valley. Distance is not as much of an issue. And additionally, the city's ongoing development is going to be bringing some more employment opportunities closer to home, which should reduce the need for longer commutes. And all of that development, all of those future opportunities, it's in the pipeline and it's coming up quick. But while it is in development, it still represents a great buying opportunity as the area continues to grow and improve for those who are patient to wait for those things to catch up with the residential growth. And then we have got the rapid population growth. And the challenge is that Surprise has experienced significant growth. You've had a 16% population increase since 2020. And this rapid expansion can definitely put a little bit of strain on infrastructure and public services. The bright side is that the city is incredibly proactive with planning. When I think of Surprise, master plan communities planning, that rings a bell. Just they're very precise and deliberate and wanting to get it right. So you've got General Plan 2040, which is like a big manifesto about city planning, water usage, transportation. It focuses on sustainable development, infrastructure improvements, and community engagement to ensure that quality of life is maintained. And then we come to one more con, which is the limited nightlife and entertainment options. Compared to larger cities, Surprise has fewer nightlife venues and entertainment options. On the bright side, it does offer family-friendly entertainment. You've got the Surprise Stadium for spring training baseball, community events, and nearby attractions in the West Valley. And additionally, the development of the city center aims to enhance cultural and entertainment offerings in the near future. So if you've ever been to something like Desert Ridge in North Phoenix, or the Tempe Marketplace, or the shops in Avondale or Goodyear. This is Surprise's answer to placemaking, to the demand in the market for more kind of shopping, retail, entertainment, and other services. And it will definitely be really exciting to see it and experience it as development continues. So that brings us to the end of our video and our look into some of the pros and cons of living in Surprise, Arizona. Surprise presents a compelling mix of affordable housing, outdoor recreation, economic growth, and community-focused living. While it faces challenges typical of rapidly growing cities, proactive planning and development initiatives are in place to address these issues. For those seeking a balanced lifestyle with access to both urban amenities and natural beauty, including that waterfall trail that I would like to visit, Surprise offers a promising option. So leave us a comment with what was your favorite part of this video or a favorite thing about living in Surprise, and we will see you in the next video.